Hi everybody. Basel 3, Pillar 3. Revised Pillar 3 Disclosure Requirements. Welcome to the reading room of the Basel 3 Compliance Professionals Association, the largest association of Basel 3 professionals in the world. Basel 3, Pillar 3. Revised Pillar 3 Disclosure Requirements. A key goal of the revised Pillar 3 disclosures is to improve comparability and consistency of disclosures. To this end, the Basel 3 framework introduced harmonised templates. However, it is recognised that the balance needs to be struck between the use of mandatory templates and that promote consistency of reporting and comparability across banks, and the need to allow senior management sufficient flexibility to provide commentary on the bank's specific risk profile. For this reason, the revised disclosure regime introduced the hierarchy of disclosures. First, prescriptive fixed form templates are used for quantitative information that is considered essential for the analysis of a bank's regulatory capital requirement. Second, templates with a more flexible format are proposed for information which is considered meaningful to the market, but not central to the analysis of a bank's regulatory capital adequacy. In addition, senior management may accompany the disclosure requirements in each template with a qualitative commentary that explains a bank's particular circumstances and risk profile. Banks must establish a formal board-approved disclosure policy for Pillar 3 information and sets out an internal controls and procedures for disclosure of such information. The key elements of this policy should be described in the year-end Pillar 3 report or cross-reference in another location where they are available. The Board of Directors and Senior Management are responsible for establishing and maintaining an effective internal control structure over the disclosure of financial information, including Pillar 3 disclosures. They must also ensure that appropriate review of the disclosures take place. These are the guiding principles for banks' Pillar 3 disclosures. Principle 1. Disclosures should be clear. Disclosures should be presented in a form that is undesirable to stakeholders, like investors, analysts, financial customers and others, and communicated through an accessible medium. Important messages should be highlighted and easy to find. Complex issues should be explained in simple language with important terms defined. Principle 2. Disclosures should be comprehensive. Disclosures should describe a bank's main activities and all significant risks, supported by relevant underlying data and information. Significant changes in risk exposures between reporting periods should be described together with the appropriate response by management. Disclosures should provide sufficient information in both qualitative and quantitative terms on a bank's processes and procedures for identifying, measuring, and managing those risks. The level of detail of such disclosure should be proportionate to a bank's complexity. Principle 3. Disclosures should be meaningful to users. Disclosures should highlight a bank's most significant current and emerging risks and how those risks are managed, including information that is likely to receive market attention. Disclosures that do not add value to users' understanding or do not communicate useful information should be avoided. Principle 4. Disclosures should be consistent over time. This will enable key stakeholders to identify trends in a bank's risk profile across all significant aspects of its business. Additions, deletions, and all other important changes in disclosure from previous reports, including those arising from a bank's specific regulatory or market developments, should be highlighted and explained. Principle 5. Disclosures should be comparable across banks. The level of detail and the format of presentation of disclosures should enable key stakeholders to perform meaningful comparisons of business activities, prudential metrics, risk and risk management between banks and across jurisdictions. So, do you want to learn more? Sign up to receive our monthly newsletter at no cost. Compliance with the Basel III framework is a moving target as regulators continue to develop new standards and regulations and amend the previous ones. The Basel III Compliance Professionals Association is the largest association of Basel III professionals in the world. You can easily subscribe at the reading room of the Basel III Compliance Professionals Association. Just Google Basel III Association and you'll subscribe in just a few seconds.